How would you kind of evaluate tonight's performance overall as a whole?
Dominant second half. As good as the half we've had, so good.
The first half was a little bit more back and forth, so how do you evaluate the first half?
I thought we still had the game, honestly. I think our restarts were not good, but I thought we were in control the first half. We weren't decisive. We played a little slow. They were slowing the game down. They obviously sat in a mid-block, low-block. They haven't done that all year. And they slowed the game down. So we didn't get the tempo going as fast as we should. The urgency second half was way different. And that's what we needed a little bit earlier. But no, I wasn't disappointed the first half. I just said we have to play faster, be more decisive. We have to talk about where the space is, and be just have more swag in those moments. We were just a little bit slow in initiating our attacks.
How did the conditions of the pitch affect tonight's match?
No, the field was great. Jeremy and his staff did a phenomenal job. It was standing water about 2 hours for the match. They did a great job. They played very well.
Obviously, game of inches. You had a couple go off the post tonight. Is it at this point something where you just throw your hands up in the air and say, like, what more can we do to get these in there?
It's a pretty dominant half. I mean, we still have to, look to pass to a little better. I mean, right now I think we're missing is we're missing wide, we're missing high, we're using a little bit too strong of a club, kind of use an analogy. So and we've been training that really hard, and I don't, the guys know it. So, you just keep training it and you get better at it. But again, you create those chances. Keeper, got hot. We've seemed to find a hot keeper, and the post has not been good. And we win 1-0, and everyone's going, man, Indiana's just pretty much dominated a pretty good Michigan team, and so that's what I told them. I said, you guys dominate second half, played pretty well first half, a lot to take away. You play like that, you'll win games. I mean, there's not much more you can say because it's the truth. Just our game can be cruel, and that's how I feel. And so I'm very confident with the performance tonight going forward.
What are your thoughts on just like the services, whether it's set pieces or just balls played from the wings?
The set piece has not been good enough. Second half was better. We missed our targets for all four corners, so that was disappointing, and we've been working hard on that. Second half, it was much better. The runs were good, the service was good. You saw what we came of it. We had some really good chances. We're not getting second balls on restart, so again, that's a little bit like the balls just not bouncing in our spots. That's a little bit of the lady luck. But you also create that by hitting a better ball. All their corners were pretty dangerous, so everything felt like the next play was also dangerous. We missed the near post on 2 or 3 that were easy clears. Like the ball's not sitting around, in the box 12 yards from goal. That's dangerous. And with good service, you get that. And our recycled restarts were okay. We were offsides, obviously, on Hugo's. We just got to be disciplined there to make sure we stay with the line, because I thought that was a good attempt and really good technique for him to kind of use. It was a chip header. He meant to do that. We got to be on sides of those.
Same question as Tuesday. It's getting even later now. So this tie's going to push your RPI probably sub 100, and you have very few opportunities left of you. Thought about the fact that you're almost at the point where if you don't win the Big Ten tournament, your RPI is not going to be good enough to make the NCAA.
I'm not worried.
What was the reasoning for Goldsworthy to go up top? Usually a defender, but kind of last 10 minutes went up top there.
He's the best header in our team. So as much service as we're getting, as much corner kick, not even close. He's our best attacking header. So that's the reason we put him there. And we just couldn't find him on the serve. But when we do activities and finishing with the head, he's our best. So that was the reason.
Coach, a lot of crosses from open play today. Was that kind of part of the plan today?
Well, that's what they gave us, right? I mean, they jammed the middle, was hard. We were good at getting around the corners, and we got the serves in, and we got to good spots. We just, again, we're just off on the final touch. Or, they made some good play. I don't want to take anything away. They made some good defensive plays. And again, the ball is just it's going to fall somewhere when you put them in danger spots. There's own goals. You're going to get a penalty because someone's going to take you down. I thought we were close tonight getting a penalty call. We haven't gotten one all season. I'm not saying there was, but it was a couple close ones. So you keep being aggressive and around the box, good things will happen. but yet we need to finish better. And so we're not going to put our head in the sand and say, hey, we created some great chances. We need to finish more clinical. We do that. That game could have been 2-3-0, and we would be all very pleased and say, hey, good performance, good result, and move on and get ready for the next one. But it's not the way it's falling at this moment.
In terms of what you guys are working out in training, do you feel like that's translating to the games as much as you would hope for?
We've been working on finishing a lot, so I mean, doing our best to translate it. Yeah.
And Coach, how do you keep morale up and motivation with all those chances being
I'm honest
quit?
with them. I mean, if we, win the game, play terribly, I'm not going to come up here and say we played great. We smothered them the second half. You do that, you're going to win a lot of games. So the next game's the one we got to do, and we're not looking at standings, we're not looking at RPI. It's just a lot of soccer left. But I mean, all of you are. That's I guess what you want to do and focus on it. That's fine, but we're not.
Is it weird playing Kentucky next week, knowing both of you are, instead of being a top matchup between two teams, at the very top of college soccer, two teams, who have struggled a little bit and are toward, kind of just fighting for postseason at all?
It's just going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been really focusing on their results. Honestly, it's going to be a tough game. They're good, better than their record, as we are as well.
I think there's a little extra motivation considering what they did to you last year here.
Maybe some will dig in. That was an even 3-0 game, if you guys were here. So again, they were clinical with their chances. I thought we were equal or better that night, and that was as good a Kentucky team as I've ever seen. That was a Final Four level team. And they obviously got beat by Pitt in the 8. Probably fortunate Pitt got them. Obviously that's who we played in the semifinal, but that was a fantastic Kentucky team. They lost 5 or 6 big guys. That's why they lost a couple games. I mean, you're gonna make mistakes with a couple freshmen. I haven't dug into their team yet, but you lose that much talent, you're gonna drop a little bit. And I don't know if they've been unfortunate in some of these games or not, but they were a fantastic team last year. But that scoreline was a flattering number for all of us to watch the game and understand it.
Jansen, Joey, and Hugo all on the field for the first time this season. What did you think of their performance, and especially moving forward with depending on Brett's health?
Yeah, I thought Jansen, he was going to be more of a stay-at-home right back. Part of that was for restarts. Again, we think we can get bigger, and he's a difference maker for us. Joel can't go 90, so we thought Barker wasn't as effective on the right, so we wanted him to stay left. I thought he defended really well against 22, and because they kind of cheated him up the wing and kind of sat and tried to get us in the counter. So Barker handled that well. I thought Jansen played within himself. He's not going to be a playmaker getting around the edge a lot, but we didn't need him to because we were able to get the ball to Collins or Sammy or Maloon's feet and then drive. We didn't need him overlapping. He just needed to support the play and make good decisions, and I thought he did a good job. So his preferred position is center back, but with BB out, and he also just brings a real good swag to our team. The guy's he's a winning player, and he's hot right now. I mean, he's playing in really good form. So you want to find your guys that are in hot form, even if you're playing a little out of position. We thought that would help us, and again, it gets us really dangerous on restarts, and for something that we've not been efficient in. He almost got one tonight. I mean, to feel like we see that in practice, he scores that, but tonight it wasn't. So that's one reason.
Time for a couple more.
As of late, including tonight, do you think that your attackers are passive in the box with one too many touches?
No, I think I'd have to look back at some of the situations that we got and we didn't get the final pass. Clay's opportunity was, I think he was between two thoughts. I don't know if he was going to square it or hit it, and he got caught and just had an awkward finish. I mean, he buries that most practice. He's a good finisher, and he has the back post low, and there were several of those. So I'd have to look back at the film to see, do we not make the better decision on the pass? I know some of our finishes we had, we could have taken something off of it, and we had really good guys framing the goal. So something's going to bobble. It's going to be a deflection, and a deflection also hasn't gone our way. So if you get some of those shots, there's going to be a deflection that makes its way in the goal. You see it every week in every league, and again, that break hasn't come for us, but it will, and hopefully it doesn't all come in one game, and we can spread it out.
Anything else for Coach? You mentioned last year, obviously the rule change, no overtime. You feel like on a night like this, you get an extra 20 minutes, you can put one on the back of the net and win.
Yeah, it's a terrible rule. I've said that from the beginning. Not because, to me, it's you reward the better teams by playing longer. So why are we doing this? I think college soccer has got it backwards. I've said it from the beginning, and I'm in the minority. I'm not saying we win that game tonight, but I think 20 more minutes, we either get caught in a counter and we get punished, and that's a learning moment, or we probably find a goal. I don't think that game finishes 0-0 with 20 minutes. And I've seen enough of those games through the years that it's disappointing the fans don't get that, our players. Yeah, it's disappointing. We should have overtime in the regular season. 2 10-minute sudden victory. It should be not even a conversation. So,
All right, thanks, Coach.
thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Coach.